It's recording Wednesday, 18/25, 53 seconds, 3 of 2023, 6th month, June 14th day. Now I'm going to delete all 172 of those 00 videos as a public witness. So I'm going to go to the camera. Okay, go all the way to the top where they started. And this 32, now I kind of see what happened. It started off with the 32 when I first started it caught 32 seconds of it. And then I was over here holding the camera in one hand and the hose in the other hand, you know, other buttons get hit and shit like that. But even at that, even I could think to myself, oh, that was just a mistake that I made, you know. Yeah, but who robot controlled me to cause that mistake to happen? That's what I always look into. Anyway, so I'm going to, you know, and is it a hologram? Has it all been pre-programmed? You know, these are things that I always wonder. You know, hidden technology, you know, Area 51, all kinds of shit going on. Anyway, so I'm going to delete all 170 of these as a record and then upload it to public record, which is right now YouTube. So this will be a shot by shot 170 frames of second through second, blow through blow action. You know, this is how Hollywood started. They figured out how to photograph stuff frame through frame and then put it on a wheel, and you know, then there's such thing as a movie. And then the next thing they learned was how to artificialize everything and produce cartoons. And they were able to get drawings to move like humans on a Hollywood screen. You know, one shot at a time. And then they play it fast through a rat wheel, which is just a nickname for society. You know, the slave rat rule system. So, which is an artificial system. It's a cartoon system. That's why I always say there's got to be some type of hologram going on. Got to be, because I look at all the evidence. It's very obvious to me that's, you know, at the top, controlling society. You know, society is glued to the television screen, just fucking glued to it. Can't go nowhere without a fucking smartphone, selfies, and all that shit. It's all been fucking programmed into the conscience. So to me, it's a no-brainer what's going on. But anyway, but this is how this is all gets down to what robotics is. Robotics, you know. Cartoons, robotics, it's all a controlled mechanism. And so I always, you know, think to myself, well, there's got to be something controlling the mechanism. In other words, who programmed the mechanism? Someone programmed it. That's why I always say there's someone sitting behind a computer monitoring everything. High technology surveillance, you know. I've even seen the YouTube videos on Facebook. Facebook is a big CIA fucking surveillance program. But, you know, anyway, I just like to get all this stuff on the record as evidence to present, because this shit isn't in the court. They haven't even begun to bring this shit in the court, and they don't want to. Well, it's going to come out eventually. And so I'm the one primarily putting it all together. And it's going to come right the fuck on out as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, some people could say, well, brother, you're ahead of your time. And I'm like, well, there's always the first time for everything to come out. It isn't that I'm ahead of the time. It's just, you know, it's a natural function that I see going on in the universe. It's just something natural that happens. You know, and there's plenty of events to study in history and plenty of people to study in history to know that there's always the first time for fucking everything and everyone. I mean, to me, it's a no fucking brainer. But, you know, to the average person on the street, that, you know, they might not see these things. And so that's why these records that I create are very needful. It ain't no different than a thought that's in the universe that anyone can tune into and entertain a new thought, especially if they've been suppressing it for years and years and years and years. And finally they get to a point where they open up the brain and say, okay, well, I'm going to be receptive to examine this thought that I always refused to look at because I thought it was so fucking dreadful or nasty or hateful or whatever the fuck it could be. It could be too much love, too much this, whatever the fuck. It's just evidence to me. It's just evidence that hasn't been looked at. Very simple to me. But it wasn't simple at first. I've got it to the point where it's very simple because I fucking looked into it for such a fucking long time, struggling with it for fucking years, how to put it in simple fucking terms in real life scenarios for the everyday fucking anyone to say, oh, fuck, now I see what's going on. Shit. You know, and that's basically the standing role that I why I'm here in this fucking society. That I figured out. Anyway, so now I can end this video. And one of the favorite words for this one is pull the finger.